What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, Meek Hernandez. Now today, we're going to be cleaning this iconic silhouette, this Timberland boot. You can see how bad it is, which I'll show you the inside of the shoe, the medial side. Winter is coming. It's time to get ready for it. Let's go ahead and jump right into this cleaning. All right, guys, so we got the Timberland right here. Let's go ahead and get this started. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the soft bristle brush. We're going to move on to like a medium bristle brush, and then we're going to move on to a stiffer brush. But first, what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and get this shoe unlaced. All right, now that we got the boot unlaced, we're just going to go ahead and move the laces out of the way. We're going to go ahead and insert a shoe tree onto into this boot. I don't know why I keep calling it a shoe. Into the boot. That way we have a little bit more of a focused area right here, a little stiffer area that we can work with. So because we are going to be putting a little pressure. And another thing that we're going to be using is we're going to be using a dry eraser or a suede eraser, and also kind of a medium bristle brush, all-purpose brush, to kind of get this suede taken care of. Let's go ahead and get the shoe tree put in here. Go. Now we're just going to go ahead and knock off any loose dirt that we have on the boot. And we see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but man, they are dusty. Let's go ahead and this is bad. I should be wearing gloves, but I ran out, so I'm gonna have to do this. Do y'all see that dust? Oh man. All right, so we got majority of this loose dust taken off. Dust is flying everywhere. All right, so we got majority of the dust taken off, the top layer of dirt, which is gonna get messy. So I'm just gonna have a rag here ready, because this is gonna get messy. All right, so let's start off with the soft bristle brush here, making a mess. Right now what we're doing is we're just starting on the toe box. Look how dirty that water is already. Them suds already getting dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up. Yeah, this boot, I've had this boot, honestly, I want to say from, man, like 2000, maybe like 2015. So right now we're just going to go ahead and hit this. But I had this boot from like maybe 2015, 2016. Honestly, I can't remember. I picked them up at a Timberland outlet out in Cali, in the city of Orange. I forgot what they're called, like the block at Orange or something like that. Picked them up there. They were a steal. Couldn't say no. So right now we're just moving on to this medial side of the boot. And geez Louise, look at that, man. That is some dirty water. I really should be wearing gloves, but it is what it is. Look at that brush. Well, anyway, I haven't worn these boots in a while. I mean, it's been a minute. They just, honestly, we moved to Texas back in 2020. And out here it's a lot of desert, right? So I wore them mainly doing yard work. So that is why they're in this man, I'm having a brain fart because this is great. Look at that. But anyway, that's why they're in this condition, because desert, dusty, Been doing yard work. There's a lot of rocks here. They've been chipped. And we all know how that goes. Especially with this nubuck suede type material. Let me go ahead and wipe my hands real quick and clean up this table because this is getting real bad. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of keep hitting it a little bit because there are spots that I've missed. I'm pretty much right now just letting the brush do the work. I'm not putting a lot of pressure, but I am putting a little bit of pressure. But for the most part, the brush is doing the work. Go ahead and hit this outside up one more again. And I'm trying not to splash all over the place. So now I'm going to hit the, really can't see it, but the inside of the tongue. It's not too bad, but you know, you're cleaning the whole boot, might as well clean it. Might be a little hard to see, but not missing anything. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the inside up right here, just kind of where the little leather liner is. Just hit that up. Alright, so we got the boot pretty much cleaned up. Now, if you're working with suede, you don't want to get them too saturated with water. But in this case, these boots really need it because you've seen what they look like. They were messed up. Like, they were bad. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and move over to this kind of a medium bristle brush. They're my personal boots, so I don't care if they mess up, but they won't. But let's go ahead and kind of just touch it up a little bit. Because I know there's some tougher stains in here that may not come out. Oh, got my mouth. Got my mouth. Like right, you see that right there? That's pretty much a nick, but we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get that real good. Alright, move over to the medial side of the boot again. It's not always necessary to buy a brand new pair of Timbs when you don't have to. Just a little bit of tender love and care. And you get these boots looking brand new again. Look at that brush. I am kind of going in circular motions with this. I'm not going like side to side. I typically will go side to side, but right now I'm just kind of going in a circular motion. Since I am getting the shoe all wet, and it's a suede, nubuck, whatever you want to call it, I do want to make sure the whole shoe is evenly wet. So right now, let's go ahead and just hit this up in the inside where the laces kind of meet. Inside. Do the other side. Got to get ready for the winter. I mean, where I live at in Texas, I wear cowboy boots now, but every now and then I want to throw some Timbs on. Alright, so we went ahead and got that hit up kind of with the more of a medium bristle brush. Let me just make sure I get this front here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attack this using that same medium brush, but if it doesn't come clean, then I will go into a stiffer brush. But kind of get that area a little clean. So go ahead and hit this midsole up. sure we get that toe pretty good. Get the outside up here. Let's get the heel of the boot. All right, so we got the midsole hit up. We went ahead and hit that with kind of a all-purpose medium brush. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit the bottom of the boot, and we're going to do this with a stiffer bristle brush. So let's go ahead and get that. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want just water all over the place. I should be wearing something to cover my shirt, but so just one more with the hard bristle brush on the midsole. Alright, so we got pretty much the boot done. Put that to the side. Now the laces, what I do like about these laces, they don't necessarily look too dirty, but we do know there's a lot of dust in here on them. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up. Just dunk them in here. Get my towel. Good to go. And then what we're going to do after we get this all done and completed, I am going to hit them or rinse them completely off with some water, but I'm going to make sure the whole shoe gets saturated. That way it's not messing up with the suede or anything like that. But let's go ahead and get these shoes rinsed off, and then when we come back, they're all dried. We're going to go ahead and hit them up with the suede eraser, and we're going to brush them out, and then we're going to take an in-depth look to see how they actually came out. All right, y'all, so it's been about 24 hours, or in reality, it's been like the weekend that I went ahead and got these cleaned up. And the reason is because I did soak these shoes, and they took a little longer than expected to dry. But now we got them all dried up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and hit them up with the shoe eraser because the suede is a little rough. Then we're going to go ahead and brush it out with a soft bristle brush. Then we're going to go ahead and give it more of a detailed brush with this suede brush that I got right here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right on into this. So first we're going to start with the outside of the shoe and the toe box. And then we'll move ourselves around to the shoe, and we're going to put a little mink oil on here too, just so you guys see how dope the shoe came out. All right, so let's start now. I'm going to have to stand up because I can't really see. But as we can see so far, that suede is coming out real nice. We're going to go ahead and hit this piece up here. I still have the shoe tree put into the shoe. That way I have a little more of a hard surface to work with. So let's hit the tongue up because we do have, you know, these stains right here from the shoestring. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Let's go ahead and hit this medial side up. Let's do the back. All right, so right now we went ahead and pretty much hit it with the suede eraser. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and knock off this suede dust that's on here. Gonna go ahead and knock that off with a soft bristle brush. And I'm only gonna go in one direction really just to kind of get this off. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit it up with the this actual suede brush. All right, so now that we got that residual suede, you know, taken off the little droppings that you see there, got that taken off the shoe. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit it with a slightly stiffer brush, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit it with a more bristle brush. All right, but again, I'm just gonna go in one direction. Kind of just going forward, but as we can see, look at that, suede is coming back to life. All right, now that we hit it with this softer brush, we can go ahead and hit it with this more abrasive brush, still in one direction. We're going to start with the toe box. Hit up this outside, but let's take a look. It's coming out real good. Hit up this medial side. I'm gonna go in this direction. Just so you guys can see easier, because if not, I'll be doing this and, you know. Now that we got the the suede kind of cleaned up a little bit, let's look at that. We're going to go ahead and hit it with some mink oil. Now, typically what you want to do is you want to make sure you spray this stuff outside. But I do have a fan on. The room is quite large, so I'm not going to really trip off that. Man, I'm running low. But let's go ahead and get this sprayed on here. Let the shoe dry for a second, and then we can go ahead and lace it up. I forgot to mention though, after we hit it up with this mink oil, we're gonna go back with the softer bristle brush, and I'm just gonna work the mink oil into the boot. And right now I'm kind of just going in circular motions, making sure this gets worked in. On the back also. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and let the shoe dry for a few minutes, and then we'll get right back into lacing it up and taking a look at the actual shoe on how it came out. So it's been a few minutes since we sprayed the mink oil in and worked it in with the soft bristle brush. Now let's go ahead and get it laced up and take a look at the final product. Alright, so now we got the boot laced up. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. First, we're going to start off with the outside of the shoe, or the boot. I don't know why I keep calling it a shoe. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of the boot. Compared to what it looked like at first, night and day. I can wear this shoe again as if it was brand new. Taking a look at the toe box of the shoe and the tongue. Came out very good. Medial side of the shoe. Just how that suede got its life back. Just shining again. Taking a look at the heel of the boot. These shoes were used for gardening, on rocks, mud, dirt, in the garage, dragging, and they came out pretty dope. Now let's take a look at the bottom of the boot. Wow. I'm a big advocate for keeping my shoes. I wear them all the time. I get crazy in them. Don't really like spending a whole lot of money on, a new pair when I don't have to. Shoes look brand new. And that's how you take care and clean some Timbs that you actually use to work in. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you got any value from this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That way the algorithm is pushing my video out to more people. As a new content creator, it really helps out a lot. All right, peace.